Hello, welcome to Autism Adventures with Marcus Wells, and I'm Carmen Wells, and Marcus is my son. Marcus was born with autism and an intellectual disability. And with it being Autism Awareness Month, I really wanted to share with you the importance of participating in the education process with your child. So, as you know, once your child has been diagnosed and they start the placement with special ed, you have what is called an IEP. And this is specific to your child and what their needs are. And I went into that probably with the wrong understanding. I assumed that they were the experts and they knew what my kid needed. So I was just there to sit and listen to what the plan was. So that was my mistake. I would definitely share with you, when it comes to the IEP, you absolutely must participate. And you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and don't be the quiet, squeaky mouse in the corner. You're going to have to put on your lion voice. Come in with a roar. Not because you want to come in fighting, but you're going to have to come in fighting. You know what I mean? So what I mean by this is sometimes you could be very fortunate to have amazing teachers that know exactly what your child needs. And that is a benefit. I need you to know that doesn't always happen. So when my son was in elementary, hands down, he had the best teachers ever. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they knew how to establish routines and assist me with bringing things home and implementing things at home to help me improve our life with Marcus, and really to help him be his very best. It wasn't the same, as the years went by and as, he changed, whether it was he changed teachers or different areas, but it wasn't because the teachers were bad. It was because of the programs that they had in place. And so if there's some form of advice I could give in regards to the education system, it would be this. When it comes to your IEP, you know your child the best, better than anybody. So you have the resources in front of you, but you get to tell them how it's going to go. And what I mean by that, if you know that your child has a difficult time with speaking, you have the right to request and demand speech therapy. You ask for it and you get it on there. If you know that your child has a challenge with socializing, you ask for socializing to be put into the daily program. If you want him to learn him or her, to be able to intermingle with the general public, you can ask for them to have a lunch buddy so they can learn how to become a friend, how to communicate, how to socialize. They have behavior issues. You have the right to ask for that to be something that they put into the plan. Do you see where I'm going with this? Anything that you know about your child specifically, and you say, he really needs help with this right now. They may have 10 things that they need help with, but can we just start on this? Or your top 3. And you have that put into the IEP plan. Then it's something that's being worked at school and at home. And it's that constant consistency, that continuity of what goes on at home is going on at school, helps to apply to really see some positive changes. And it'll also allow for whatever resources are needed to be added. So don't just expect that the IEP plan that they put together is all you need. No. And anytime you feel like you're stagnant, you're not getting anywhere, nothing's improving, you go back and you ask for more. You ask for change. You start with that for sure. If you don't know how to speak up, get yourself an advocate. Or even you bring a family member who probably can speak up a little bit better. And that's not to say that you're good or bad. I'm just saying you kind of do have to take the bull by the horns and say, no, this is how it's going to go. Only because I made that mistake, thinking that I could just allow the school system to do it the way that they feel fit. And ideally, when it came to the elementary teachers that my son had, it was a breeze because they knew what the heck they were doing. Boy, were they amazing. I'm going to share with you something that happened to my son when he reached high school, in his first week of high school. He came home from school and he was blinking and pacing, and he just kind of had his little nervous blink. I know that blink. So does his brother. And we both said, Marcus, what's wrong? He said he had to dig trash out of the dumpsters at lunchtime in front of all the kids. I said, no, this can't be right. Marcus, are you telling me you were in the trash can? And he said, yes, he was in the trash can. I said, why were you in the trash can? He said, because we were doing recycling. Recycling? You were in the trash can to take out plastic bottles and things? Yes. I immediately called the school and they confirmed it. And what they said to me, yeah, isn't this great? We have this amazing recyclable program in their functional skills so that they can have a job skill. And so that when we get the recyclables, we could turn it in for money for their cooking class. We could buy all the supplies we need. Isn't that great? Really? So it wasn't the teacher. It was a program put together that many schools apparently do, not just ours. I said, you guys see nothing wrong with this? You see nothing wrong with putting my child in front of all of his peers and the general public to dig in the trash for recyclables. And you're telling me that you use this because you use the recyclables for the money you need for their program to be able to buy the food to cook. You don't see anything wrong with that either. So you're telling me there's no funding to buy eggs, bacon, bread for the class? So they got to resort to digging in the trash? But you know, it was just so many levels of disrespect for those with special needs. The level of fury this created for myself and my family, for Marcus, we were crazy angry. I don't even know how to tell you. I've never been that angry in my life. And it definitely created lots of media coverage, and apparently this goes on everywhere throughout California. On a positive note, it did change the functional skills program. I worked really closely with the school board, and we ended up even voting new school board members on. But we helped pave the way for the new students coming in to not have to feel that shame. And during that time, I had families hunting me down via email, phone calls, and even my regular mail. And young adults that were students years prior. And nobody spoke on it. And they were all upset and devastated. A lot of people were like, I can't believe this was happening, and thank you for letting me know. And it was a big deal. And I'm sharing this story because you kind of have to know what's going on with your kid on a daily basis. Don't just trust that all is well and that they're okay. I'm not saying all schools are bad. Even the school that he is at is not bad. They had wonderful teachers. But they had a program that was terrible. You know, we have to be very involved. So those would be my encouraging words of advice, is that you know every day, ask every day, how was your day? What did you do today? What did you do when you got there? What did you do for lunch? Who did you talk to? Did you go to the bathroom? Did you go by yourself? Like, all of these things are so critical and important to know, because they are going to share things with you sometimes that you would have never even considered. I would have never asked Marcus, so did you dig in the trash today? But every day we say, how was your day? Tell us about your day. On this particular day, no, he didn't look right. And we knew something was wrong. And, you know, as a mother with special needs, of course, I thought it was a bullying incident, because we've had plenty of those too. But this time, you know, it was the school that allowed that to happen. So that's an experience I want to share as to why you have to be the most nosiest, involved, and vocal person on this journey, on this process. Whether it's elementary, middle school, or high school, you absolutely need to know. And I did random stop-bys too, just to see with my own two eyes what happens. How is everybody? How are they interacting with each other? You know, and it would definitely give me a sense of comfort knowing that everything was fine. But be involved. Be active. Be the voice. I hope that sharing how important it is that you participate in the IEP and the day-to-day activities will help you understand the importance of it. And if you need any help or support, you just get yourself an advocate or a strong family member that can help support you with the vocalization of everything. Don't feel bad and don't feel guilty. It's okay to be the villain. I never mind it. I probably didn't like it at first, but now I don't care. I'm like, that's fine. Yeah, I'm evil. So, needless to say, today's message really is just about participating and getting involved. So, my dear special needs families, happy Autism Awareness Week, happy Down Syndrome Day, happy Cerebral Palsy Month. We're just one big tribe together trying to make it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.